Howdy, folks. Frank Amodeo here, certified Devilverse attorney for over 35 years. I don't put up with nonsense. I don't put up with non-production. I don't put up with nothing. We're going to talk about Joey C and his innocence. Anyone that claims, no, people are trying to get famous saying Joey C is guilty of this, guilty of that. Joey C has been a good and decent man the whole time I've known him. And I have over 35 years of law experience. I know how to read people. I know how to read the room. So, for anyone trying to question me, I mean, you could try it, but, you're free to do what you want in America, but you should try to be responsible. You should try to be respectful in this Devilverse. You can't go running around, untruths about people. It's not how we're going to play this game. It is not going to be fun. It's not going to be a happy meeting if you think that's what it's going to be. So, and we will be taping this. We do have exactly 4 tape recorders running right now. So if you think you're going to escape justice, howdy, Couch. Thanks for being here. You're number one to me. Not going to be a long live. I got to get ready for a meeting at 4 o'clock, so I want a little time to rest before that. And that's a fact backed up by the truth. So, like I said, there's been a lot of people talking about Joey C. Number one, I didn't watch any of the footage. I don't have to watch it. Joey C is a good friend of mine. And, you're number 2. Easy, 1, 2, 3, sure. That's a fact backed up by the truth, folks. So, we're going to get aggressive with these people claiming that Joey C is whatnot. Yes, Couch, that is correct. We're going to get serious. We're going to get aggressive. And that's just the way it's going to be. No one's going to question. I don't lose cases, folks. So you be on my side, the right side, or you can be on the failing side. I'm glad I have you guys on my side, because it's not going to be fun for the other side. Sorry, folks. I am actually getting ready for a real meeting at 4, so we got some time. But how's everyone doing today? Like I said, I was watching some morning shows earlier while I was shoveling. I was very upset while watching. People are talking untruths about Joey C, good and decent man. And it stops now, effective immediately. There will be major operational changes in this Devilverse. So, that's a fact. Backed up by the truth. Okay. So that's that. It goes here. It goes there. It goes there. Like I said, we have a little time to burn. I do want to get a little nap in before my 4 o'clock meeting. Let me know if you guys have anything to go over. Like I said, we'll go over the mens rea a little bit. I'm trying to get my meeting notes ready for this health and safety meeting. That's right, Couch. The hammer is coming down. It's not going to be fun or games. It's not going to be a good time. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end, because I will come at these people like a hammer. I will come on. It's going to be like a hurricane. So it's not going to be a good time. I wouldn't want to be them. Hope everyone's having a good and decent day. Oh, it's unrelated. It's unrelated, Couch. We'll be working on the Joey C case later. Thank you. Good question, though. Howdy, Joe. How you doing? Like I said, I was very bothered by the untruths I was seeing on some streams today. But good and decent people. And they don't know Joey C like I know Joey C. Anita, whatnot, says Frank. See, I can't post that comment, but I'll read it. Frank, you think you could eat more chicken sandwiches than Liam McWhatnot? I'll give it a shot. It's a good question, though, Anita. Whatnot? And like I said, I've been running around all day, so if I'm a little lagging, it's not because I'm a laggard, because I was shoveling all morning, getting ready for meetings, going to the store, and the bank. So, busy day. Most attorneys like myself are busy. Like I said, I'm a real attorney, shirt and tie. I don't run around wearing a sweatsuit. Okay, so it's almost laughable that we have an attorney in this Dabbleverse that runs around wearing a sweatshirt. We know he's a fake. We know he's a fraud. We know he's a failure. Thank you, Couch. You're a good and decent person. And that's a fact. You don't question. These people shouldn't be questioning me and lying about it. Lying about the evidence. And they're saying these things about Joey C. And, it's one of these things. If you say an untruth so many times, people start to believe it. And, so that's what we're dealing with. Let me get comfortable here, folks. Because I had a long day. Vito advises, Mr. Attorney, very important question. Did you put enough salt down on the driveway this morning? And was there any nefarious activities? I didn't use any salt. I don't, the other house I have, where I have tenants, I use salt because I don't want to get sued. But this one, I don't like it tracking in the house. Not many people really come over. Jen, good morning. Great to have you. Like I said, I'm busy, tired because I was shoveling all day, so it's great to have you, though. We got new friends and old friends in the chat, and I like that. I think that's very nice. And, notice that Vinny the lawyer's not in the chat. He's afraid to face a real attorney. That's right, Couch. And, because I had authorization from Joey C., a good and decent man, to release those videos. I don't just run around doing it. And so you won't be seeing Joey C. on the air until he gets more respect. And, Joey C., he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't word things the way other people do. So nothing wrong with it. He did nothing wrong. He doesn't have a guilty bone in his body, folks. So thank you for standing by Joey C. It means the world to me. That's a fact. You don't question me, an attorney with over 35 years experience. How can people do that in this Dabbleverse? How can they feel good about that? Yep. Hey, Jay Luff, how are you doing? Just dusting out here, turned to rain. Okay, I wish that was the case here. I don't mind shoveling. I don't really like shoveling all day, even though my son helped me, which was nice. Appreciate you guys being here in this Dabbleverse. We will have a civilized live. Okay. Unlike some of the shows this morning. Normally good shows, but sorry I'm tired, folks. Like I said, I felt the need to come on and yeah, they were cleared already, Vito. They were, I should buy some new shovels though. Let's see. Okay, Anita has a question here. I don't know if I could post this one, but it says, Frank, what are your thoughts on a marginalized person taunting some of them into using hate speech, then pearl clutching them like they weren't bad actors? That's a very good point, Anita. And that's what happened. People taunt and people peck, and then people, the other person has to say something that he would have never said if someone wasn't pecking at him. And in my mind, they're more guilty than, well, like I see, Joey C. is innocent of any and all crimes, any and all allegations. anyone that questions Joey C, I will be personally coming after them. And, so it's not going to be fun and games. Thank you very much, Jen. I really appreciate that. I had the jacket on too, but it's a little hot in here even with the fan going. So I took it off. I hope that's okay. We do have a code of ethics being attorneys that we don't wear sweatsuits, and some attorneys break that code of ethics. And I won't name any names because I don't want to get sued. The attorney doing that's already in enough legal jeopardy, enough legal hot water. His job's in jeopardy as an attorney. His mayor's in trouble. I don't need to pile on. He'll get his own karma. I don't need to do it for him. He's doing it to himself, folks. Yeah, definitely, Joe. Build up some heat shoveling. I like to run a little cold, so I like the fan on me, or, we don't need a heat wave in here. Thanks, Couch. Yeah, sometimes you got to get comfortable when you're on a big case. There's a lot in the stake sometimes. People like to laugh and joke, but they'll come to me when they need a good attorney when they're in a lot of hot water, or when they're innocent of a crime like Joey C. I don't represent guilty people. None of my clients are guilty because they have an innocent mind. The mens rate proves it. Anita has another good question. Frank, what's the negligence of a parent streaming their child to a community or whatnot? I'm not sure. These are all good questions, folks. Keep the questions coming, like I said, because we're not going to be long. I need a little break before my 4 o'clock meeting. Yeah, it's a good comment by Jen. She said, I always imagined people were old-fashioned. Under the jackets. Which question did I miss, Vito? Which one did I miss? Did I miss a question? I apologize. Oh, this one here? Sorry, chat's going quick for me. Mr. Frank, attorney, sir. Was the snow attack this morning considered premeditated, and will there be a retaliation lawsuit against the clouds? Please read aloud for everyone to hear. I will be monitoring the weather and determining if that is necessary. That's a fact. Because we got people in the world trying to control the weather. It's outrageous, it's preposterous, and it's not going to fly. Not on my watch. It's not going to be a happy meeting. It's a good question, Vito. These are all good questions. Ooh, like I said, I'm tired. So we'll go a couple more minutes. It's not going to be fun. Oh. Jen is advising Australia is banning under 16 from YouTube. People are freaking out. How will they be enforced? Yeah, they probably just have to put that you're 16 in the YouTube terms and services to sleaze around it. Anita has a good question. How are you going to take over the Congo? It's me without controlling the weather. Well, we do it with the money from the taxpayers. The taxpayer and Anita's a follower of mine because they know, excuse me, if you watch some of my older videos, I did try to take over the Congo, and the government went nuts and made up some tax fraud that they claimed that I did, even though I had permission from the IRS, and they actually were in on it. But the government drugged me and threw me in jail. Have a great day, Joe. Thanks for stopping by. And that's a true story. You could just Google Frank Amodeo. That's me. It was $180 million of tax money. But like I said, I made agreements with the IRS. They knew about it. They actually helped me draft the agreements. Thank you for the advisement, Vito. And but that's going to be my Congo. So we're going to chip away at it. We're going back. We got to get more money. I got to get my companies back together. I had over 83 companies, and that's my plan for it's capital Genesis, folks. It's capital Genesis, folks. It's a series of companies that work together. Okay, and that's a fact. It's a fact, Jack. So nobody questions me. Nobody questions my law degree. And like I said, we're gonna wrap this up. I got my phone binging and banging, and we'll maybe come on later on. Don't forget 5 o'clock Southern John is on. I'll be in the chat monitoring that. I'm also an attorney for him. Thank you, Rito, very much. I will tell him. And like I said, I'm going to be in the chat of Stutter and John if my meeting hopefully ends by 5. And like I said, I do want to get a little rest. Make sure my son, if he needs something to eat before my meeting, I got a phone call to return. But I really want to thank everyone for being in this chat. Thank you. Please reach out to me if you need any legal advice. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a great day. It's Frank Amodeo, attorney over 35 years, signing out. Thanks, Vito. Thanks, everyone.